I am worth millions, but you cannot collect a dime. An asset protection video presented by Neighborhood Law Officers Corporation. In a small community, in a small law office in South Florida, is an attorney who is also an international airline.
Hello, I'm Gene Steele. Before this video is over, 60 new lawsuits will have been filed. Every 30 seconds, a new lawsuit is filed in America. State courts received 90 cases in 1993. Why are there so many lawsuits? I believe it is because there are too many lawyers for the population. Over the last 15 years, new law schools have been growing out of the earth like corn. Remember when a lawyer had status and prestige? Today in Florida, the average lawyer's yearly income is about $42,000 after 10 years of practice. There are thousands of lawyers trying to make a living with too few clients. We are seeing unprecedented television, radio, and print advertising in an effort to get clients. Before you can get to the hospital, letters are in the mail asking you if you need an attorney. We are an intelligent group. We have created new forms of litigation with the hopes of financial success. Some of us are talented in the art of persuasion. We can convince a jury that a coffee spill is worth millions. I remember when $1 million judgment was a record high for the death of a child. I have settled cases for millions of dollars. Now tens of millions are common verdicts and settlements. Did you know that it is possible to be sued for millions of dollars in damages for purchasing polluted land was polluted? Here is a pollution settlement against Occidental Chemical Corporation for $65.7 million reported in the July 1995 Lloyd's Environmental Risk Report. Did you know that if you carry your complaint about your stockbroker outside their office door, you could be sued for millions? Perhaps you have an elderly father and you have told him, "Dad, it's time to stop driving," but he just won't listen. One act colliding with a school bus can wipe out millions in dollars of savings. Are you a member of a board of directors of a large corporation? If so, resign. Your potential liability is extremely high. There are endless situations where people are sued for more money than they will ever be able to pay. Just read the newspaper this week or visit the courthouse. Have you heard about the lawyer that wasn't making a living in a small town until another lawyer opened up a practice and now they are both doing well? Doctors, lawyers, accountants, stockbrokers, large corporations, and other wealthy defendants are targets of lawsuits. Financial success has its price, and every day some successful person is paying that price. People rarely sue unless they believe they will collect. The first call a lawyer should make is to an asset locator. The asset locator will find all of your assets if you do not have asset. Perhaps he has a computer program in his office, as I do, that will give him this information in minutes. There are dozens of public files about you. You may think they are private files. With our information in minutes, an asset locator can know more about you than your best friend. What does your credit report say about you? What are your spending habits? How much do you spend? I can't tell you how many soon-to-be ex-husbands will be tripped up by credit card receipts showing they spend more than they say they made. IRS audits are often based on bank deposit and spending records. What about the property you own? Land, cars, boats? What about your employment history? It is all on your Social Security records. Would someone suing you love to get your tax returns? They can in an appropriate case. You really have very few financial secrets. If you are a physician, your chances are 1 in 10 that you will be sued this year. If you are a family physician, you are probably paying between $20,000 to $30,000 per year in insurance premiums and sued 5 times in your career. The claim frequency for all physicians averages 10 claims per 100 physicians. If you practice OB/GYN in Florida, you will probably pay $70,000 per year in premiums. over 2/3 of obstetrician gynecologists will incur at least one claim in their career. Most claimants are between 35 to 55 years of age, an age which allows for greater damages because of a lifespan, and 20% of the claims are for death. Your insurance coverage may not be enough. Most physicians are only purchasing $1 million of coverage per claim. Only 35% choose per claim or more, and 12% choose less than $1 million. The policy may not cover punitive damages or some other form of damages. You may be sued for something totally unrelated to your practice. Perhaps your teenage son has an automobile accident with a family car and kills someone. Or one of your great investments goes bad. Today, there is really no way to protect yourself from liability claims. So attorneys, in reaction to the litigious nature of America, responded with asset protection. For a dozen years, knowledgeable advisors to the wealthy have planned to make their clients uncollectible. Uncollectible from lawsuits, ex-wives' divorce decrees, bankruptcy, and government agencies, including the IRS. But today the secret's out, and many of us are concerned that these techniques, which work well now, may be changed. But some cannot be changed because they depend on foreign governments that have refused to knuckle under to the U.S. government's pressure. Now the average businessman or professional can afford to protect his assets, and the end is available. In the August '95 issue of an airline magazine, placed on every flight is an article on offshore tax havens. In another airline magazine is an advertisement for offshore trusts. Here is a book on asset protection which you can purchase at Office Depot. Here is another on keeping what is yours. More and more attorneys are beginning to learn the techniques of asset protection. There are national seminars where attorneys can learn the techniques, and professional magazines which discuss the procedures. Today, I will share with you 7 methods of making yourself collection resistant. Some will cost as little as $500 fees to implement, and others as much as $35,000. There is at least one or more you can afford. These are perfectly legal methods of keeping what you have acquired over a lifetime of work or through inheritance, picking a winning lotto number. While the methods do work and have been tested in the courts, there are several other advantages to using these techniques. For example, reducing or eliminating taxes, access to the international investment community, absolute privacy, better performing investments, raising capital on the international market, discouraging lawsuits against you because the asset locator cannot locate your assets, establishing a family financial dynasty, or eliminating the cruelest tax of all, the multiple inheritance taxes. If you are willing to give up your citizenship, you can forget about paying tax, including estate and income taxes. Just ask John Templeton of the Templeton Fund, now living in the Bahamas. If you fit the profile of a target defendant, share this video with your accountant or attorney. If they are familiar with these techniques or have failed to advise you about them, then call this office.